You may now be seated. Good afternoon. My name is Jill Ross, and I am the principal of Central High School. On behalf of the San Angelo ISD Board of Trustees, administration, and Central High School leadership team, I want to thank you for joining us today to celebrate the class of 2026. Please take a moment to look at the back of your commencement program. You will see a QR code. The San Angelo ISD Communications Department is taking pictures throughout this event. Keep your program and take it home with you, and use the QR code in the next few weeks to access these images. Many of these pictures are behind-the-scenes candid shots, and they are priceless. Today, the Air Force Junior ROTC TX 936 unit will present the colors. TX 936 is under the direction of Major Christopher Carney and Chief Master Sergeant Kathleen Prince. Following the posting of the colors, the CHS senior choir members will sing the national anthem under the direction of Landon Gilmore and Sunday Vaught. Following the national anthem will be led in the Pledge of Allegiance and the Pledge to the Texas flag by Addison Gonzalez, student class president. At this time, please stand for the presentation of the colors, singing of the national anthem, recitation of the pledges, and posting of the colors. Gentlemen, please remove your hats.
Color guard, hold, left, haste, reset, arms.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Order, arms, guards, post.
Please remain standing and welcome our senior class president, Brianna Trevino, for the invocation.
Dear Heavenly Father, as the class of 2026 gathers here today, we pause to reflect on the journey that brought us to this moment. As we celebrate this milestone, we are reminded that graduation is not an ending, but the beginning of a brand new chapter. Thank you for the lessons we've learned, the challenges we've overcome, and the people who supported us along the way. Thank you for the families, teachers, coaches, mentors, and friends who encouraged us, guided us, and believed in us through every season. Today, we also remember the classmates we lost too soon. Though they are no longer physically with us, their impact on this class will never fade. They remain part of our story and will always hold a place in our hearts. As we step into this next chapter, we ask for your guidance. The future ahead is unknown to us, but never unknown to you. Give us the courage to pursue our goals with confidence, trust you in the moments of uncertainty, and remain grounded in who you have called us to be. Help us walk into new places with boldness, treat others with kindness, and carry ourselves with integrity in all that we do. When life feels overwhelming, remind us of how far we've already come and all that you've brought us through. Thank you for this journey, this class, and this unforgettable day. We are grateful for these memories and hopeful for all that lies ahead. In your holy name we pray, amen.
You may be seated. At this time, it is my privilege to introduce the members of the platform party. First, I want to acknowledge our school board members who are in attendance. Will the members of the Board of Trustees please stand so that you may be recognized for your dedication and service to our schools? And now I would like to recognize our district administrators who are with us today. Please stand together so that we can express our appreciation for your leadership and support. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Christopher Moran, Superintendent of Schools, to share his thoughts with us today.
Thank you, Dr. Ross, and it is a great day in San Angelo ISD and a great day to be a Central High School Bobcat. Congratulations, class of 2026, and it's always good to be surrounded by people who love you. If you look around the room, we're full today, and this house is full of people who love and care for you, and you need to hear that from us, that we love you and we want the best for you. You know, I notice families coming through the door. Parents, grandparents, great-grandparents. We're glad you all are here today. We're especially glad for our grandparents and great-grandparents. And I heard a grandparent once say that I've seen the lights of Paris, I've seen the lights of Rome, but I've never seen more beautiful lights than the tail lights of the parents taking the grandkids home. No doubt many of you have traveled from far distances, some out of state. I know that we've got guests here today from California, and on behalf of San Angelo, Texas, welcome to America. You know, Mark Twain said there's two most important days in a person's life: the day they're born and the day they discover why they are born. Today, your story begins. This is a commencement. This is a beginning for you. You're walking out of here to write the blank pages that have yet to be penned. And so today, I'd like to encourage you as you seek your calling in this life by leaving you with three simple thoughts. I think successful people anticipate well. Would you agree with that? Life will come at you fast. You're going to have to anticipate and be ready for it. Here's a quick story to summarize that. A farmer in a rural area was looking for a farmhand, and he solicited applications, and he received one from a young man who said simply, "I sleep in a storm." He was a little puzzled by that, but he went ahead and hired the young man, And the young man worked faithfully on the farm. And one night, a storm blew in, torrential rains, high winds, and the farmer awoke in a frantic. And he looked for that farmhand and found him sleeping. Then he ran outside and checked the barn. The barn doors were closed. Everything was tied down. The shutters were tightly fastened, and the animals were safely inside. And then he understood what the boy meant: I sleep in a storm. This young man knew to anticipate and to prepare and to do the things that were necessary so that when the storm came, he would be ready. So be a person who anticipates. Secondly, I'd like to encourage you to be courageous. You know, we live in West Texas, and on the plains out here, we get storms that roll in pretty quickly. And it's interesting the difference between how the cattle and the bison respond to the storms. Most of you already know this, but it's worth mentioning that the cattle run away from the storm, and the storm overruns them, and they spend most of their time running with the storm. The bison, however, turns and faces the storm with courage and runs into it and meets it head on. Be a person of courage. And then finally, be a person who is tenacious. In 1952, Florence Chadwick decided to swim the 26-mile swim from the California coast to the Catalina Island. And 15 hours into her swim, a dense fog set in. She became discouraged, and she gave up, climbed into the boat. The fog lifted, and teetering in the ocean, she could see the shoreline. She was that close and gave up. 2 months later, she came back. She swam the 26 miles and overcame her fear and was tenacious. So today, as you leave, remember to anticipate, to be courageous, and to be tenacious. Those are simple stories that help express that thought. And finally, Mother Teresa said, yesterday is gone. Tomorrow has not yet come. We have only today, so let us begin. Sic 'em cats, and congratulations. Now it's my honor to introduce and celebrate today our valedictorian, Brady Stewart, as he shares his thoughts in his message. Brady?
Thank you, Dr. Moran, and good afternoon, class of 2026, faculty, parents, family, and friends. Like he said, my name is Brady Stewart, and it is truly an honor to stand before you today delivering the valedictory address. Today is an incredibly special moment in all of our lives, and I'm super excited to be playing a special role in today's ceremony, but also to play a less special role as simply a member of such an incredible class of graduates. Congratulations. Each one of you is surrounded by thousands of supporters who are equally as excited about today as you are. I know that I personally am very lucky to have supporters that love me, congratulate me, and also humble me. To my parents, I'm so incredibly lucky to have a mom and dad who have supported me unconditionally in every wild venture I've taken you on, most of the time without your permission, but I think you guys learned to stop asking questions a long time ago. To my sisters, Shiley and Berkeley, I couldn't ask for better support systems to rant to when mom and dad start getting annoying. To all of my family watching here or online, thank you for every ounce of love that you've poured into myself and my sisters over the years. To the teachers and staff that have been there for me, thank you for answering every single unrelenting question that I've brought to your attention. I also want to thank Coach Arrett and Coach Walker, who have watched me grow up in the gymnastics gym, and Coach Abeles and Coach Weaver for making Central Tennis the best memories of high school. I simply couldn't leave you guys out of the speech because you told me not to forget your shout out. I also have many friends in the crowd today who have made me the person I am, so thank you to each and every one of you. This ceremony is especially special for me because later you will get to hear from someone who has encouraged me to be my best self since kindergarten. Since then, Aditi and I have pushed each other on the tennis court and in the classroom to succeed. And I truly believe that it's this friendly competition and our endless striving to one-up each other that has made us successful. My best friend of 11 years, Adithi Potterwala, will deliver our benediction today as the salutatorian of the class of 2026. I couldn't be more proud of Adithi and I ending this chapter as number 1 and 2, and I'm confident that Adithi will be successful because it looks like I've one-upped her one last time. And of course, Adithi and I wrote these speeches together, so I know that later she will tell you to lean on the support of one another, which is especially true today as you sit next to classmates and teachers that you may never get to see again. But we know that many people will come and go from our lives, meaning that the only constant in your life is yourself. No one can practice for you, no one can study for you. You are the only person who can achieve your goals. And yes, I know that may sound kind of sad for a speech that's supposed to inspire you and give you courage for such a scary future ahead. But just like many of you, I am terrified of what my future may hold. So it just doesn't sit right with me to teach you all a lesson that I don't have the plan to. What I can tell you is how well prepared we are by our experiences in high school and outside of it to step into the big world ahead of us and be successful. In his famous 2008 novel, Outliers, author Malcolm Gladwell theorized that it takes around 10,000 hours to become an expert at your passion. This large and incredibly diverse senior class in front of me is passionate about many things. There are athletes, artists, musicians, entrepreneurs, scholars, and so many more. I'm a multi-sport athlete, which means that I've put in countless hours of practice in the gym and on the tennis court, and as much as I'd like to call myself an expert at tennis or gymnastics, I simply haven't lived enough life to claim that title in either passion. Today, we celebrate our 4 years of being Bobcats, but let me remind you that you've all had many years of schooling prior to this that make up the bulk of who you are today. Which means that, by today, what I am and what we all are expert multitaskers and expert students. And considering how stingy some of us on stage have been with giving us bad weather days, I'm sure that we've far surpassed this 10,000-hour benchmark in the classroom. If you're an educator in the room, can you please raise your hand if a student has ever asked you, when are we ever going to use this? I think that I am guilty of asking that question, and graduates and educators alike would agree that most of the 10,000 hours we've been in a classroom were spent learning things that we will never use. This is why we are so prepared. Some of us have spent our around 12 years of learning trying to master all the concepts that were thrown at us. Others of us locked in on only what we needed to know to pass the class and moved on to bigger and better things. All of us, though, showed up today, culminating in you sitting here, ready to receive your diploma. See, this is why you're ready. You've all endured your 10,000 hours and become experts at perseverance. I'm incredibly inspired by the caps and gowns in front of me. I see athletes who balanced hours of practice with hours of school. I see AP Dual Credit English 4 warriors who balanced Ms. Sweats' assignments with Ms. Sweats' other assignments. I'm always most inspired by the brothers and sisters, kids and grandkids who showed up to school and lent a helping hand to their family members in their free time, or the employees who got their education on top of working jobs to provide for themselves and their families. It's easy to look at today as a celebration of simply our academic accomplishments, but to me, that's not what this is. This is our reward for managing an education with all that life has to throw at us. After you walk the stage today, I want you to remember how capable you are and your importance as the only constant in your life. Many people will probably wish you good luck in your next chapter, but I think that us being in the room today is evidence that none of us need that luck. It's your drive and your persistence to succeed that has gotten you here today, not just some event of chance. I am incredibly excited to see what the class of 2026 does with our next 10,000 hours, because in the end, it is totally up to you. Thank you, and Sikkim.
Class of 2026, please rise. Dr. Moran, Mrs. Duncan, and the San Angelo Independent School District Board of Trustees, CHS faculty, families, and friends. As the principal of Central High School, I certify that each student receiving a diploma today has met the requirements of the Texas Education Agency and the San Angelo Independent School District. Mrs. Duncan and Dr. Moran, I present to you the graduating class of 2024.
Dr. Ross, on behalf of the San Angelo Independent School District Administration and trustees, I accept this Central High School graduating class of 2026.
Graduating class, you may now be seated. We will begin awarding the diplomas of the class of 2026.
Alexandria Michelle Acosta. Devin Marquise Acosta. Haley McKenna Adcock. Lila Isabel Aguero. Hayden Gabriel Aguilar. Eric Aguilar Martinez. Aliana Yareli Aguirre. Michael Caleb Aldrich. Callie Ann Alexander. Zachary Paul Alexander. Lexi Brienne Alfaro. Robert Joel Alfaro. Elijah John Allen. Joshua Marquise Allen. Liam Scott Allen. Monique Janelle Ann Allen. Miley Grace Alvarado. Alfonso Jesus Alvarez. Ashlyn Michelle Anastasio. Halen Drew Anderson. Julian Cade Arguello. Aiden Sophia Ashley. Nicholas Owen Atchison. Haven Danae Baca. Alexandra Catherine Baeza. Brisa Ariana Balderas. Miguel Balderas. Fili Angeline Catrice Concepcion. Isabel Andrea Bailly. Desiree Alina Sosa. Luisa Fernanda Valero Estrada. Harper Abigail Benkes. Gabriel Simon Barbosa. Shauna May Barnes. Casey Lynn Barrientos. Karma Delaney Baron. Stephanie Ariana Danielle Barron. Laura Jean Barrow. Aliyah Evangelina Bauman. Michael Lee Beard, Jr. Ava Grace Bedard. Jose Luis Martinez, Jr. Brady Clyde Billingsley. Aspen Meadow Bird. Chloe Peyton Bissonette. Cheyenne Lynn Blackwell. Samantha Nicole Boney. Cadence Lyric Borden. Kaiki Uliana Borowak. Noah Ryan Borrego. Trinity Faith Bosworth. Rachel Larissa Boucher. Noah Joseph Bowles. Hannah Elizabeth Box. Kylie Grace Box. Ella Piedra Bradley. Akira Rose Brake. Peyton Elizabeth Brandt. Katie Ray Bravo. Sydney Jade Bravo. Dakota Aaron Brewer. Judson Michael Bright. Jaylee Bell Brinley. Matthew Tomas Briones. Eden Ozell Brockhouse. Michael Marcel Brown. Wyatt Jacob Buck. Dakota Rylan Bullock. Natalie Leanne Bustos. Aiden Matthew Cadena. Rolando Piscina Cadena. Thomas Lee Cajas. Emir Alejandro Campanini Ayestaran. Adeline Helea Cardenas. Riley Catherine Carlos. Caden John Carrasco. Jayla Aria Carrillo. Joshua Angel Carrillo. Daniel Isaiah Casillas. Ruben Dario Castaneda III. Luke Gabriel Castro. Addison May Cottle. Jaden Joshua Chambliss. Nelly Marisabel Chavez. Tristan Andreas Chavez. Sutton Carter Cole. Carson Rourke Collier. Cooper Alexander Collier. Xavier Ryan Contreras. Connor Jackson Corbett. Seth Allen Corfield. Keaton Alexander Correa. Nevea Destiny Cortez. Emma Faith Cotton. Caleb Alexander Cohen. Emma Grace Cox. Matthew Jonathan Kreutz. Anthony Xavier Cruz. Kingston Riley Cruz. Catarina Mercedes Cuellar. Joel Manguk Kong. Kayla Naomi Darby. Michael Lee Darby. William Davis Darby. Celine Alize Davila. Elena Lynn Davis. Joseph Luke Daniel Davis. Chase Michael Day. Cabo Andres de la Garza. Canon Levi Leanda. Nate Isaiah de la Cruz. Brandy Arian DeLuna. Adrina Victoria Dana. Elias Zayden Diaz. Faith Emerald Diaz. JB Jesus Antonio Diaz. Jorge Humberto Diaz Jr. Jocelyn Diaz. Haley Dawn Dietz. Charles W. Dollar. Dominic Linnell Dorsey. Liliana May Dossie. Drew Bentley Dotson. Addison Lynn Duke Phelps. Alicia Marie Duncan. Ella Peyton Dupre. Michael Jude Duran. Ava Ryan Derja. James William Edwards. Ryan Jordan Ellis. Dakota Dawn Emfinger. Jada Nicole Ennis. Parker William Esch. Oriana Nevea Escobar. Andrew Ray Espinosa. Christopher Espinosa. Marcos Antonio Espinosa, Jr. Kaylin Danae Estes. Uchechukwu Joanna Espuze. Shelby Nicole Fain. Haley Marie Fincher. Layla Shay Fincher. Riley Sky Fincher. Michael John Fizette II. Aiden John Flores. Olivia Ana Licia Flores. Israel Caden Flores. Sebastian Adam Flygar. Gracie West Mathis Foster. Jalen Amare Franklin. Kaylin Amare Franklin. Ethan Kelly Franks. Carson David Freeman. Brooklyn Nicole Folks. William Everett Fuson. Jacob Matthew Gage. Tyler Joseph Gage. Caroline Nancy Galban. Bella Isadora Galindo. Izeli Rihanna Galindo. Isaiah Jovan Galvan. Cadence Jeremiah Ray Galvan. Reagan Bree Gallion. Dylan Alexander Gamble. Ava Jade Garcia. Eric Reyes Garcia, Jr. Francisco Javier Garcia, Jr. Gabriel Anthony Garcia, Jr. Jay Solis Garcia. Caleb Jovan Garcia. Nathan Box Garcia. Rebecca Grace Garcia. Eduardo Garcia Guerrero. Esperanza Maev Garcia Peña. Leah Rose Garfias. Mary Claire Gargan. Allison Grace Garnett. Alexis Renee Garza. Emerson Lily Garza. Addison Hope Francis Gentry. Arlie Jade Gentry. Holly Marie Gibbs. J. Paul Singh Gill. McKinley Kate Gilmore. Jasmine Kiera Gibson. Emily Alyssa Gomez. Jeremy Matthew Gomez. Jeremiah Angel Gomez. Stephanie Gomez. Addison Riley Gonzalez. Bethany Grace Gonzalez. Jaden Jackson Gonzalez. Sabrina Rose Gonzalez. Fabiola Renee Gonzalez. Christian Blake Goodman. Graham Davis Gould. Madison Adela Gonzalez. Emma Kirsten Graneth. Tamaya Shanine Gray. Travis Dale Green. Charity Arlene Green. Jatoria Anaya Greenwood Gray. Callie Lachelle Gressett. Kaylee Michelle Griego. Zachary David Griffin. Danielle Gianfel Gubat. Tristan Sage Gu. Elijah Isai Guerra. Gabriel Alfonso Guerrero. Luis Javier Guerrero. Daniel Esteban Gutierrez Jr. Carly Delane Habe. Madeline Maureen Haddad. Rudy Christopher Enrique Haddad. Lauren Blaine Halfacre. Judson Cash Hallmark. Drew Davis Hansen. Mazarine Lenore Hansen. Hannah Hayes Harden. Cameron Paul Hash. Elizabeth Catherine Havens. Michael Dean Haynes. Jenna Addison Hayes. Malia Diane Hayward. Colby Clay Hefner. Adriana Lizette Hernandez. Alexis Dawn Hernandez. Ezekiel Coltrane Hernandez. Jacqueline Hernandez. Jillian Victoria Hernandez. Jordan Michael Hernandez. America Jocelyn Hernandez Garcia. Joseph Alexander Hernandez. Juan de Dios Gallegos Herrera. Liliana Nijone Herrera. Oscar James Herrera. Colton Gage Hill. Jacob Christopher Hinojos. Caleb Davis Holbert. George Ryan Holguin III. Cooper Cade Holland. McKenna Diane Holland. Abby Faith Horner. Naya Jane Howe. Emma Ann Howell. Carly Sierra Howell. Rylan Thomas Huber. Leah Nevaeh Huckabee. Skylar Brock Hughes. Jocelyn Avery Humphreys. Colby Zaid Hymas. Jade Nicole Ibarra. Ivy Inala Irig. Caleb Reese Jackson. Jacob Aaron Jackson. Orion Marcel Jackson. Matthew Lee Huckes. Madison Kennedy Jefferson. Rosalind Atoile Jessup. Estrella Love Hugh Aguilar. Abigail Ray Johnson. Aiden Cooper Johnson. Caleb Edward Johnson. Jada Yesenia Johnson. Mac Wallace Johnson. Cody James Jonas Jr. Chase Cameron Jones. Cole Allen Jones. William Todd Jordan. Anthony Nathaniel Juarez. Elizabeth Brooke Keene Mado. Alamaya Elise Kendricks. Colton James Kent. Preston Ryan King. Carson Bree Klipus. Trevor Matthew Kane. Jacob Taylor Koenig. Addison Ann Cole. Logan Baxter Benjamin Kopp. Karis Shushin Cooter. Eric Burton Kuniyuki. Brett Michael Curry. Caitlin Grace Kirkendall. Emma Sophia Lara. Liliana Grace Lara. Rafael Aaron Leva Marin. Greer Anella Lewright. Logan Marshall Livingston. Gavin Anthony Lombrana. Daniela Sarai Longoria. Angela Denise Lopez. Tyler Blake Lopez. Julian James Lovington. Adrian Marie Ramos Lucio. Ava Ann Ramos Lucio. Austin Lane Lucky. Jaden Riley Luis. Dane Michael Lundwall. Claire Elizabeth Martin Lutz.
Aliyah Trinity Macias. Leilani Maria Mack. Jillian Georgina Mackey. Landon Marine. Audie Ray Martinez. Anissa Juliana Martinez. Ava Roma Grace Martinez. Daniel Jacob Martinez. Danilyn Ray Martinez. Desiree Lene Martinez. Donovan Lorenzo Martinez. Israel Serrano Martinez. Kira Taylor Martinez. Lisbeth Areli Martinez. Nikayla Aliyah Martinez. Vanessa Martinez. Gavrick James Matthews. Nathan Samuel Matthews. Peyton Addison Machik. Wesley Michael Mattis. Caitlin Marie McAllister. Christian Scott McAllister. Aaron Matthew McClellan. Sydney Nan McCrumman. Addison Grace McDuffie. Jaden Davon McKenzie. Ian Zane McNeil. Haley Cassidy Median. Kayla Lene Medina. Mia Nari Medina. Alexandria Shelby Mendez. Alina Giseli Mendez. Annette Bella Mendoza. Miley Leanne Mermella. Harley Brooke Mitchelltree. Ariani Rayanne Molina. Mia Alexis Monsibias. Mary Isenia Mendez. Monica Amaya Montague. Marissa Jade Montalvo. Aiden Lance Montano. Braden Travis Montano. Caden Gilbert Montano. Kai Alexander Moore. Sebastian Mejia Morales. Cruz Albert Moran. David Edward Moran. Joseph Ray Moreno. Leah Brienne Moreno. Sadie Alera Moreno. Timothy Paul Moreno. Demario Ray Moya. Eliana Nicole Munoz. Karina Esperanza Munoz. Miranda Sofia Munoz. Miguel Murdoch. Andrea Joanne Murillo. Anthony Joshua Murillo. Sydney Skylar Muth. Louis Gavin Nahera. Ricardo Luis Napolis. Aiden Xander Narvis. Raiden D'Angelo Natividad. Waylon Paul Gordon Newby. Destiny Isabella Nera. Zane Xavier Nera. Timothy Nguyen. Thomas Reed Noble. Robert Stephen Northway. Zorian Deshawn Norton. Tegan Christopher Nunez. Michaela More Nunn. Julia Novella O'Brien. Deegan Cade O'Reilly. Aniston Lene Obregon. Romero Alvarado Ochenane. Jaslyn Anahi Olivares. Allison Danielle Olivas. Annabelle Lynn Orr. David James Osborne. Juan Pablo Oviedo Jr. Cameron Douglas Owens. Kinley Ann Owens. Ashlyn Rebecca Payanis. Cadence Neve Palos. Precious Casey Pankey. Diana Paola Panuco Tovar. Divine Lene Parker. Rachel Taryn Parsley. Alyssa Rupan Patel. Carter David Payne. Ashton Alexander Peak. Clarissa Marie Pena. Nicholas Ashton Perales. Jose Angel Perez. Julian Perez. Layla Alexis Perez. Reina Martinez Perez. Yairi Perez Gonzalez. Electra Marie Williams Pashard. Vivian Jewel Pfluger. Keely Exonacy Diane Pierce. Rihanna Abigail Pinchback. Natalie Rose Piskoric. Alejandro Plasencia. Adithi Sai Podorala. Ashley Marie Ponce. Jeleni Ponce. Eric Kane Porras. Colden Samuel Price. Cody Jackson Powell. Sienna Grace Prieto. Adrian Esteban Puente. Matthew Gage Purcell. Hudson Troy Quain. Gabriel Emmanuel Quiros Peña. Emily Kylie Ramirez. Kinsey Addison Ramon. Carlos Alberto Ramos. Isaiah Eli Corrales Ramsey. Gabriel Huichapa Razo. Elsa Annalise Real. Ryder Ryan Ressman. Alyssa Neve Reyes. Christopher Holt Reyes. Edith Victoria Reyes. Jaylene Trinity Reyna. Orlando Reyna Jr. Michaela Danielle Rice. Michaela Renee Rice. Chloe Neve Rios. Destiny Renee Rios. Maddox Lane Rios. Madison Nicole Rios. Marisol Isabel Rios. Nicholas Troy Rios. Gail Antonio Rios Aviles. Anahi Beatriz Rivas. Conan Riley Rivers. Brianna Elaine Robertson. Tori Paige Robertson. Amalia Lynn Robledo Santillan. Michelle Carmen Lynette Robles. Damaris Sofia Rocha. Karina Edith Rodarte. Avalon Grace Rogers. Ginger Marie Rogers. Kason Dwayne Rogers. Donovan Tocho Rodriguez. Gabriel Isaiah Rodriguez. Michelle Rodriguez. Micaiah David Rodriguez. Olivia Monique Rodriguez. Noah Claude Rogers. Bianca Daniela Romo. Devin Jamar Rose. Sophia Anne Marie Rudolph. Jaden Miguel Sadler. Marco Polo Sainz. Michaela Lynn Salas. Andrena Norel Salazar. Ramona Gabriela Salazar. Sylvester Kingston Salazar. Michaela Christine Saldivar. Boise Isaiah Samripa. Talia Jasleen Samripa. Amaya Rose Sanchez. Christian Yaid Sanchez. Elijah Christian Sanchez. Bryson Allen Sanders. Briley Jane Sandor. Paxton Jessica Shawley. Elijah Charles Shellhouse. Emily Danielle Schwartz. Regan Jace Scoggin. B. Scott. Kendra Allen Scott. Riley Brienne Scott. Tegan Jewel Self. James Lawrence Sarabian. Mercedes Serrano. Rory Ann Shanks. Alessandro Eli Cifuentes. Justin Emmanuel Silva. Zachary Braden Simmons. Madeline Brooke Singleton. Justin Wyatt Smith. Matthew Ryan Smith. Michael Frederick Smith. Jacob Kane Solis. Mackenzie Leanne Salisbury. Madison Michelle Salisbury. Addison Kaylin Sonnenberg. Dominic Noel Sosa. Gianna Avery Soto. Francisco Soto Alcaraz. Gavin Kyle Sparks. Catherine K. Spencer. Anissa Lachey St. Mary. Brooklyn Elise Stamps. Olivia Ann Stapp. Robert Logan Cooper Steely. Braden Neal Stevens. Brady James Stewart. McKenna Brianne Jamise Story. Miley Monroe Strain. James Kasner Stribling. Peyton Jade Strickland. Caden Leo Stewart. Mario Suarez Valle. Braden Lee Suter. Harrison McKinley Souther. James Lewis Price Taylor. Micah Kai Taylor. Talmadge King Taylor.
Yes, DK!
Sergio Tello.
Yes, Sergio!
Deacon Richard Terrar. Colton Adam Thorne. Emmeline Noel Tilley. Victor Romano Tobias. Ava Renee Torres. Gianna Apoliana Torres. Linda Emelina Torres. Madeline Faith Torres. Raymond H. Torres. Myrick Alexander Trimble. Addison Martinez Trevino. Brianna Renee Trevino. Johnny Angel Trevino. Hazel Mackenzie Tyler. Esteban Marcos Uvalle. Rolando Valdez. Kaylee Valles Cano. Mason Jones Van Sickle. Alviana Angelita Vargas. Caden Patrick Vasquez. Brian Sandoval.
Let's go, Sandy!
Jacob Reed Vass. Aisa Vasquez. Emily Renee Vega. Kathy Yanesi Medina Vega. Hunter Lee Vela. Gabriel Isar Velez. Mallory Ray Vincent. Amari Nina Vincent. Vivian May von Rosenberg. Jocelyn Asiana Wagner. Zoe Jayla Walker. Selah Nicole Walton. Zoe Christine Wammer. Emma Marie Ward. Jaden Wayne Waters. Still Christian Weiler. Addison Emma Welch. Ryan Jane Wheeler. Grant Austin Wilde. Jordan Quayne Wilhot. Jordan Eve Wilkes. Adam Zayden Williams. Aislinn Marie Williams. Cody Kamakana Mai Kalani Apanua Helioka. Open. Ophelia. Okaheli Hilipua. Williams. Tiana Elizabeth Marie Williams. Lauren Madison Wood. Nathan Boyd Woodliff. Kennedy Grace Wyatt. Yes. Natalie Mia Yanez. Colton Len Young. Noah Christian Young. Steely Ray Young. Gabriel Zamora. Juan Pablo Zapata Romo. Jason Samuel Zaragoza Ortiz. Kylie Morgan Consuelo Zarascas.
Good afternoon, everyone, and congratulations, class of 2026. My name is Aditi Potterala, and I am honored to be delivering the salutatorian benediction today. Earlier, in his valedictorian speech, Brady said that he went up to me, but I get to have the last laugh by ending us off. After 4 years, we are officially Central High School alumni. I cannot believe how fast time has gone and how far we have come together. Let us take a moment to reflect on the people who have supported us on this journey of our lives. Personally, I want to thank my parents the most, especially because I know I don't do it enough. They have made sure I have had endless choices and been able to pursue every opportunity I could dream of. I am fortunate enough to have participated in countless activities like tennis, violin, soccer, ballet, piano, and volleyball throughout my childhood because they never got the chance to. As hardworking immigrants, I'm so thankful for everything they have done for me. Even the little things like bringing me fruit after a long day or comforting me after a tough test made all the difference. My mom is constantly telling me that when I go to college, I will forget all about her. I want to reassure her that I will always be missing her, or at least her food. So to Amma and Nana, thank you for your unwavering encouragement. I'm so lucky to have parents like you. You are the blueprint, and I can only hope to live up to you guys as a parent. I love you so much. Class of 2026, do not take anybody in your life for granted. Nothing is guaranteed. Look around at the thousands of people in attendance today. You are loved. Remember everyone who has held you up when you were struggling and clapped when you succeeded. Parents, teachers, siblings, friends. The list may go on forever. Whoever is included, make sure to thank them. Above all, do not forget who played the biggest role in getting you to where you are today. You. Be proud of yourself. You deserve to be celebrated. As you take your next steps in life, I wish you happiness and success. And when you inevitably face obstacles, do not be afraid to ask for help. You have already accomplished so much, so do not let anyone or anything stop you from achieving your wildest dreams. Savor each moment and live your life to the absolute fullest. Enjoy your journey regardless of where it takes you. No matter your background or beliefs, I hope you continue to have faith, and importantly, faith in yourself, and remember those who help you along the way. I cannot wait to see the great things the class of 2026 accomplishes. Congratulations again, and thank you.
Class of 2026, this afternoon is symbolic of both the conclusion of one adventure and the beginning of a new one. At this time, I would like to invite the top 10 graduates of the class of 2026 to the front. In a moment, you will move your tassel, which symbolizes your transition from a student to a graduate. You will no longer be a student of Central High School. You will be an alumni. Alumni share common experiences and traditions because they graduated from the same institution. Today, we will share the school song and a Sikkim Cats as a traditional ending of our commencement ceremony. I hope that you will take Central with you wherever you go. And remember this moment when you hear the school song, because this is the moment when you are no longer a graduate, a student, but you are a graduate. Class of 2026, please rise. As a symbolic gesture of your commencement, please move your tassel from the right to the left.